There's just an expectation level in the program.
Feel good about our talent. Really like our guys.
That's left, slices right. Hammer time! Right down the center of the pipe.
Having pride in being a Cougar.
Right side, Mullins wants the three, connects. Jay Mullins. Ball ahead to Jones, catches, rises, hammer time! Right-handed flush and a flex.
This is the Cougar Basketball Hour on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show is brought to you by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zappos, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
It is great to be with you live here at Zappos. We're talking ball with Coach Smith. Coach, last week ranked 21, this week ranked 19. Congratulations on ascending again in the polls.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, you've got yourself, we need to talk about Tucson, Arizona. Show's actually an extra 3 hours tonight. We're going to go 4 hours long. We're just going to talk about a shot in Tucson in the corner. Yeah. Jalen Wells hit an all-timer.
No question. I would imagine it'll go down in the annals of Wazoo history there. That was a big-time win with a big-time play. And Yaki needs to get his credit for finding him in the corner after scrounging out a big-time loose ball.
Great rebound, great pass. In traffic, he's under the bucket. You got big boys down there?
No, I was yelling for foul. I was like, they fouled him. Then I was like, oh, no, he didn't.
Never mind.
Never mind. It was good.
Take me through it. Let's go moment to moment. Heartbeat by heartbeat there in Tucson.
I mean, I'm on to the next game.
No, not on this show.
Refresh my memory.
That's great. I
remember the shot. What do you need to know?
USC comes in on Thursday, UCLA on Saturday. Pause there.
Right.
Back to Tucson. We're going to sit in Tucson, Arizona. You just beat the fourth-ranked team, and we're going to talk more about it through the show. But Miles takes a shot that hits the rim twice.
Yep.
Yaki board, and then you tell me.
Well, this is a big controversy in my house. But Jalen said he never saw the rim.
Never saw the rim?
Well, he said his quote was, "I didn't see the rim," and so and they asked me after they said he didn't see the rim. I said, "Well, he's such a good shooter."
I said, feel.
Well, sometimes, and being the great shooter I was, I wasn't bad.
Well, you're like America's number one three-point shooter. D3.
I can shoot. That's the thing. And my wife considers herself to be a good shooter.
Okay.
She's here tonight.
Katie Smith in attendance. Round of applause for Katie as always.
So she's a good shooter, and I led the country in three-point field goal percentage. Yeah. So you make that whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So I said I don't have to look at the rim to shoot. If I know where I'm at the floor, I can catch and poop. So I just figured that's what Jalen was saying. She claims he, shot it, and he couldn't see the rim after he got fouled in that. But I still forgot to ask Jalen today. But it's anyway. I meant to ask him to settle in our house, but I was like, I never need to see the rim to shoot. But I guess she did. She's not quite, She's a good shooter.
Yeah.
She's a good shooter.
It runs in the family? Is that what you said? Runs in the family?
Yeah, good. There's good shooters and there's great shooters. We got them all. We got all sorts. We got both types in our household.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's great.
We do need to settle it this week. Then we need to talk to Jalen.
I got to talk to Jalen.
Figure out.
Yeah, I got to figure out what he meant by that comment.
When the whistle blew, when he went down and frankly, crumpled there in the corner.
Great.
His head was under a fan.
It was terrific. Couldn't be even better.
He was just lying down.
It was great. And it wasn't much of a foul, but it was just perfect.
Didn't let him come down. It was the right call.
But it was just like, because I saw the ball in the air, and I go, gosh, whenever he shoots, I always think he has a chance. I think it's got a chance.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom. And then I heard the whistle. I was like, glory. Did he? Are you kidding me?
That's great.
We went from, we didn't get a great shot there to the offensive rebound to an open three with our best shooter.
And even prior to it, the end one was a heartbreaker. Arizona had momentum.
And it wasn't a foul. That's a big no. That's a big miss. A tie game, and they give him the end one.
TC kind of leaned in, and then
I don't know. I don't even know that. That's just my wife swore it wasn't a foul. I didn't even watch it. I watched the game. I didn't even really. If she says it, I listen.
Sure,
it wasn't a foul.
Smart. Yeah. Well, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You beat Arizona. You kind of captured the Pacs and America's attention once again because of the way you did it.
Yeah.
Just the height of drama.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a 4-point play to win a game like that?
No. Not that I recall.
Can you remember another? I can't even really think of one.
There's been some funky plays there. People screw that up at the end, but nothing specific where a team was up 3 and they fouled the guy late and he threw it in.
For first place on the line.
No, never that. No.
You know what I mean?
After taking an and one, put him at the line, going down 3.
Incredible.
No, I can't remember it. It was a pretty special moment, and we celebrated, but we honestly I want to tell everyone we kept trying to stay even keel as possible.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
We didn't change our routine much, but we had a lot of attention for sure.
Yeah.
That was an emotional win for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a 200. That was a 200 texter.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people. And I know how to cut down on those.
Don't answer your phone.
No, lose on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, everyone left me alone. They left me
It was a little
alone.
quieter.
It was like, I got a day to myself. No one's checking in, other than my high school coach. This is a classic.
Oh, that's great.
Two classic moments Sunday. So my text from my high school coach, he's my mentor. He says, we're still proud of you. Go. I said, go get USC. I said, I didn't even respond to him. He says, I think it hurt his feelings. I want to say, I just want to put still, question mark, question mark. I'm like, we're going to be proud of us. We won 6 out of 7, so then I had a better moment. So I'm in Costco on Sunday.
Okay.
It's tradition. We're down there. I'm excited about my hot dog. And it's just Luke and I, my son Luke. And it's jamming, man. There's not many tables left.
Yeah.
So we asked this nice woman and her son, who's wearing an Orofino basketball jersey on, can we share the seat with you? And she said, no problem. And she goes, did you play today? And I go, no, we played last night.
Yeah.
And she looked at me funny, and she looked at, pointed at Luke. She goes, did you play today? She goes, she knew me through my son.
She knew Luke played. That's
she
great.
Knew for my 10-year-old.
Even better.
And then I was like, well, that's pretty humbling. And then I was just we sat there, we ate, you asked questions, and I was like, she has no idea that.
That's great.
She has no idea. She only knows Luke.
No, she knows that
great.
Luke plays ball.
Luke.
Right.
She's like, she goes, you're a really good shooter.
That's great.
And I was just begging for a pretty good coach.
Yeah, no.
I lean in like, hey, you know what?
we played.
I'm asking about Orofino. I just classic. I was like, are you guys from Orofino? I said, yeah. I said, how far is that? An hour. I said, yeah. Do you know Brant Chatfield? I'm trying everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, no Brant Chatfield. Yeah. Like, no, it didn't ring a bell. And I think I even said, I go, Brant played for us. I said that. I said Brant played for us. She didn't ask, like, no follow-up,
past it.
no follow-up, like, played for us? Like, yeah, I'm the head coach of Washington State, in case you didn't know. But no, Luke's the celebrity there, so that was those are my people down at Costco, man.
My main takeaway from this first segment is that Luke's a great shooter. That's the
you
most,
know what?
I love it.
Luke's not here.
Rocco's here.
Rocco can really rope it.
Yeah.
If the family can shoot.
I don't doubt it.
There's only one that led the country in three-point field goal percentage, but Rocco can really. We did a little 10-minute shooting yesterday down, and he can really shoot it. And then Luke's he's kind of a bucket.
Yeah,
he's kind of got a little more. He's got a little more mid-range and he's like kind of looks like a Barry brother.
That's
like
great.
A Brett Barry. He's a twig, and he pretty
darn good ball player.
No, he's good. He's a good little 10-year-old.
Yeah. By the way, not only we buried the lead on this, of course, it was Alexiano's birthday when you beat Arizona, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. Our director of operations. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
That wasn't the lead.
It wasn't it? I thought that. Oh,
no.
Oh, okay. All right. Cougs beat
Jeremy Harden was the lead.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Jeremy's
by the way, assistant coach Jeremy Harden proposes at midcourt after the win.
People that don't know, Coach Harden's first year on the staff, and he's here, so he gets to get embarrassed today. He's from Tucson. Went to high school stone's throw from McKale.
Tucson High.
Yeah, Tucson High. So, and I don't know what I was. I took a little picture of him drying up on the crease board before the game, and I sent him a little text. I said, you probably are thinking you're going to be playing in this gym, but I said, next best thing, right? Next best thing. It's not bad.
Sure.
And then the game ends, and I look over there, and someone said, he's proposing. I said, are you kidding me? And all I could think of, which is great, I was like, what was he going to do if we lost? I think everyone's like, I'm bet another time. I said, no, I think he sold his soul to the devil and said,
love it.
If we win, I'm getting married. If not, it's over. That's moving on.
It's not happening.
So he just knew he sold his soul. We got the win. I appreciate that.
That's great. He went all in.
Yeah, all in.
That's fantastic.
All in.
It was a great moment. Yeah. It was a great moment after the game. So before the game, Elo and I are there, and we're trying to scoop up maybe an assistant coach interview. We talk to you. We talk to whoever else, figure out what's going on. And Coach Harden is kind of pacing in front of me and Elo.
Now you know why.
And he's looking up at the seats, and generally that's not so uncommon, but he did it again, came back again. And I'm going, man, he's really concerned with where his people are sitting.
Yeah.
in
That sounds
McHale. And now it makes a lot more sense.
No. I get it. He was locked in.
There were good reasons to.
That ring was burning a hole in his pocket.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had it.
That's
He had
awesome.
it. It's good.
The whole thing. What an incredible.
There was a lot of things going on that day.
Oh.
Yano's birthday. Yeah, that happens once a year.
Right.
That's no big deal.
Right. Harden got engaged.
It's a lifetime thing, and sweeping Arizona doesn't happen too often either.
No, it's not since 2010, and then never prior. Yeah.
They beat it. Wow, that's incredible.
2010.
How many times did it ever happen?
That was the second time.
No, I meant for anybody.
Oh,
They're
for
hard.
sure.
That's a
For
hard
sure.
streak.
Yeah.
There's not many. It's
It's a hard place to win, and they've been good for a long time.
Yeah.
You go to Tempe, you're 73-61 the final. You hat-tipped ASU after the ball game. They played a good ball game.
They did. They played well. It was a reminder, and it was just we'll see what we're about. I mean, we went from being the lovable underdog story to actually put ourselves in first place, and and they played well. I reminded our guys like, hey, they have 3 top 50 guys in their starting lineup. They're out of high school. They're really good recruits. Perez was one of the most coveted guys out of the portal who they got in October, which is insane. They picked him up in October this year. So, bringing off the guy, Gaffney's a 5th-year guy that started off at Ohio State. So, it's just a reminder, this is a great league, and there's good players, and they're quick, and they always defend, and they beat us on the hustle stuff. That's the disappointing part, is that they got on the offensive boards, they got some putbacks where that's been our advantage. We started off the game uncharacteristically. We had 7 turnovers in the first 8 minutes. I think we had 7 turnovers and 6 points. We rallied out of that, but it's just one of those games that we got the lead and we just didn't. And it's hard. It's a big emotional win. You don't know how that's going to affect you. Hopefully, we've been talking about it and dealing with that kind of stress. And those things can happen. And it's hard to win on the road in college basketball. It's hard to win in the Power 5 league.
I asked Elo when, in his maturation as a player, did it become, I don't want to say easy, but more workable to maintain the professionalism of you got a big win in a game like Arizona? He said, never. It's just exhausting.
Maybe in the NBA, there's 82 of them, so it's probably easier to in the playoffs. It's got to be crazy.
He said it's really hard. He said it's just really hard to sustain and maintain the intensity.
I would think even in like a 48-minute. First of all, he was in one of the greatest series ever. Mm-hmm. And when Game 5 and he goes down the wire against the Bulls and the greatest player ever, and unfortunately is. One of his infamous things. It's about as good a D as you could play.
It's a great D.
And they makes a shot. He's like, can you imagine how wiped out those teams were?
Oh, he's exhausted. First of all, he hit the game winner prior.
Yeah.
In that moment.
That gets overlooked.
He hit a great shot prior. And then if you do ask him, we've talked about it, and you have obviously watched it a million times. If you rewatch it, he does say, he's like, it was a great D. It wasn't my best D. And he goes, I overrun him. If you watch him, he's like, I overrun him on the handoff, and I'm just a second behind. That's it. That's all you need.
That guy.
And so,
Come on.
Yeah.
I can't say I was rooting for him. But I was MJ all the way.
Oh, no.
I can't. I'm going to say I was in college. Come on.
Yeah.
It's Mike.
Yeah.
My roommate was from Cleveland, too, so that was tough.
Oh, from New Jersey. It was so easy to root against him.
People probably here don't understand this. There's only one segment of the population that doesn't like Michael Jordan. New York City.
Hate him.
I didn't know until I moved to New York. They're like, I'm like, best player ever. I'm like, get out of here. He's no bum. Overrated. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
You can't stand him.
They're really the true diehard Knicks fans do not like
Can't
Michael
stand
Jordan.
him. The 2 times in the 90s he didn't play, the Knicks went to the finals.
Yeah. No. He was a bugaboo for the Knicks.
He was a good player. He
was solid.
He was good.
Solid.
He was a good basketball player.
He's no John Starks, but he was solid.
Hey, listen, you can't all have that kind of elevation on your jumper. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We're live here talking ball with Coach Smith as the Cougs take on the LA Schools 3-game homestand to finish out the year.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
The competition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FUBOTV.com.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as the Cougs are ranked 19th in the country and take on USC, UCLA, and Washington. Schedule worked out really well here with 3 home games to end the year. What do you say?
Yeah, no, it's. I've been, I actually saw when the schedule came out this year, and I was like trying to figure, that's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky anyway. Just 3 in a row. You hate 3 in a row either way on the road.
Really?
Prefer at home. Obviously, you got a better chance to win at home, let's say, but there's a lot more distractions. We got senior night, we got those kind of things going on, family, and it's great. We're having a great year, and you get a lot of pats on the back, and it's great attention. But it's, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Tough games.
The part of the schedule, if I may, where I knew you were really doing something was the. Let's see here.
3 in a row on the road.
It was
That'll do it.
It was the Washington, Oregon State, Oregon. You're good anyway. But then I was like, wow, this really might pop because that was the kind of meat of the pack schedule. 3 in a row on the road. You won them all.
Well, that's how I went into that 7 games. We had 5 out of 7 on the road.
Yeah.
And the 7th one was Arizona State, and that's why I was like, my coach, I was like, we went 6-1, 5 of them were on the road.
It's great.
So it was a good little stretch, and now we got an opportunity here. It's just got to, one at a time, Chaz. The cliches.
35 at a time. I'm a 35 or 40 guy at a time. I've even talked about next year's schedule with admin. Like
let's go. Yes.
Yeah, like we're doing the whole thing. Absolutely. All right, write-in questions here. What are some of the benefits? Maybe kind of a compare and contrast. Sure. Head coach versus assistant coach.
Night and day, man.
Is it really?
Yeah. Sorry, assistants. No good. No, head coach, you get to. It's more responsibility. Everything falls on you, so that's the downside. You get to set your schedule.
Coaches show upside. Obviously.
Huge, Chaz. Time with Chaz.
Obviously, get that.
It's the hardest part of being an assistant is like you're kind of beholden to, what's going on with the program. You're kind of juggling things. It's a little challenging that way, but they're both fun. It's just lucky to be a part of it.
It's awesome. The women had a devastating injury with Charlize. What are some of the tough injuries you've experienced, and how did the teams respond? You've been banged up every year you've been here.
I mean, this is a Johnny-come-lately question. I said, well, I know we had a really good team last year going into it, and obviously what happened with Miles with the cancer diagnosis, that was a pretty tough blow. But also Deshaun Jackson had a situation where he couldn't play last year, and it was probably not going to get cleared to play here again. That's kind of partially why he left. So those are 2 starter talents for sure. And we had an NIT team, and with Mo, Bamba, and I throw this out there once in a while. We should have had Miles, Powell, Bamba, Gay, Deshaun as your probably starting 5.
Wow.
And then you had Rodman and Andre.
off
6
the
and
bench.
7.
Wow.
And then Jay, come on, but it was a good group that, and I know that more. I can say that more now than I see Miles. Yeah, we really,
yeah.
Which I said, I like, hey, I didn't talk about it too much, but I did bring it up. I said last year I remember I don't bring this up. That I don't want to put a lot of pressure on that, but we are missing a pretty good piece.
Yeah.
That would really fit well with Powell too and Bamba. That would have been a really nice perimeter.
Really, really nice set.
Yeah.
I always think back to Deion James too.
Oh yeah, no.
The first year you got
Oh my
here.
goodness.
He was your best scorer to start that year.
Yeah, no, he was a good player. We've had a number.
Jalen Shedd and Deion James, your two best players on your first team here, are really good. Well, Jermaine Robinson was really good too.
Isaac was good, but whatever.
But
you just can't afford to lose, starter caliber guys. And Deion, you're right. Deion had a heart situation. It was scary. And just happy he's healthy. Never was able to play again. But he had played at Colorado State, played like 28 minutes a game, and averaged like 11 and 7. And he's going to be good for us. So. No, we've had a bundle of them, but last year was a tricky. And I was really proud of her because we really had a tough schedule, and that team was able to rally and get to 17 and 15, finishing the season late, finishing well like we did this year. We have this year. Hopefully, we can keep going. And then to make an NIT, and then no Mo in the NIT. Forgot about that. He also, for those that don't know, Muhammad was playing with a stress fracture in his back the last month, and so just what a stud.
Warrior.
Oh, yeah. What a dad. And that was it. When we went to the Eastern Washington, it was like, no, Mo. It's like, all right, we're starting Rodman and Andre at the 4 and 5. I believe that's I said we're going to try to match them up, small ball, and that's where they play. They're big, but they play interchangeable. And we had that game, opportunity to win that one. And
Venner's got hot, hit that.
Yeah, it was going to be tough. Yeah. They were headed to Stillwater. If you win that, it was going to be a little tricky, too.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Was last year's schedule too hard?
It would have been the right schedule if we, you got to stay healthy. Lose one of those guys, I think, would have been all right. One of those guys, we could have overcome that. Both of them was a little tough. Put some young guys in a position where you need some. We didn't have a lot of home games. You need some games at home. Just get comfortable. Dylan's been hurt this year. He's got a bad back, and but he had some minutes last year. And I remember he starting at Oregon, like his 4th game in his college career, and it was like. Probably wasn't ready, but it's like, and he ended up by the end of the year, he was helping us a lot in league games. So it's just a lot. There was no really way for Kamani did a good job, but like Dylan, but just get his feet underneath him as a freshman guard and guy, and that was just a lot.
Do you think Joseph will come back next year?
I believe he will. He wants to. So,
what are the chances of Andre coming back for his COVID year? I actually forgot he even had a COVID year.
You know what? We've had that conversation several times. We didn't want to deal with the end of the season. He's in a good spot. I think he's really enjoyed this team, being a leader. We'd love to have him back, but again, I'm very cautious. We're talking about Robin. I jumped in DJ's arms.
Yeah, is he going to give you a hug? Yeah,
and say he's coming back. So, and like I said, Andre's going to graduate. He is the most wonderful, as you know.
Great kid.
Anyone that had seen, he's got his family in town this week.
Is that right?
It's awesome.
Have they been to Pullman?
No.
So from North Macedonia, they're here in Pullman for the first time.
You'll see he's got a little brother who's about 6'5", looks like his twin.
Oh, wow.
But he's like 4 years younger.
Can he play?
He's a player.
Yeah.
He's got a great life. He's playing professionally in Sicily. He's 18 on a...
Amazing.
Yeah, he's in Sicily playing basketball.
Incredible.
It sounds great to me.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
So, Andre's such a grown-up. He'll have his degree, and he's got a really serious girlfriend and that stuff, and I'm going to try to tell him, it's hard to be college. It's hard. It's hard to be. She's like in med school. I mean, he's a grown man, but he's been awesome, and we'd love to have him back.
That's great. What is the most unique arena you've coached in?
The one most unique, that's interesting. The thing that came to mind was Rupp, because it's most famous when I coach in there. And that
USF or Columbia in there, St. Mary's. What were you doing in Rupp?
Oh, it's at Columbia.
Oh, Columbia.
Columbia.
Okay.
Columbia. You know what? Let me think. You know what? I don't want to give the guys up north a little. That place is pretty cool.
What place?
McCarthy Center.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty fun environment.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's pretty unique.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they're on top of you like no other. And,
a lot of Cougs in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
from time to time.
I've already gone to not mention what the name of the school is. Just as they throw us in their league.
Sure.
We're right back in there. Let's go.
Yeah.
But those are two of the ones that came to mind. I played in Breslin Center, Michigan State.
Yeah. Never been there. Never been there. Never been to Rupp.
It was crazy. We had an opportunity. We were winning the second half at Kentucky. And it was at Columbia, up at halftime.
Wow.
Started off the game up 11-0.
Yeah.
It was a team that went 38-1.
Was that Anthony Davis?
No, it was Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, yeah.
The Harrison twins,
Gosh.
Devin Booker, Tyler Eulis.
Oh, my goodness.
There's like 7 NBA players.
Incredible.
Trey Lyles.
Wow.
Proithus and a couple more. It's like that was the year Calipari was so bored he was doing the 5-5 subs.
Incredible.
Trying to keep everybody happy. And
Yeah.
they were 38-1.
Amazing.
And we're the only team that had a lead in them second half
Is that
until
right?
they lost to Wisconsin in the Final Four.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, that's probably my best coaching job.
That's
we lost
great.
by like 16 or 18.
Yeah, but hey.
But no, we were up in the second half, legitimately hanging in there. And I remember listening to Calipari's radio. He does like talks after the game to the whole crowd.
Yep.
And I was waiting for a couple hat tips, a couple nice games.
Nothing.
It was more like, we were terrible tonight. We were awful. We
Yeah.
couldn't get a rebound. I was
Yeah.
like, come on, coach.
Yeah. And you know Coach Calipari, don't you?
A little bit. I had him in my Toyota Camry when I was a young coach when he was out of a job.
Did you just,
True. I was driving around Malibu. I was driving around, this coach's retreat, actually. So he didn't have a job.
Uh-huh.
I was with the Pump Brothers in Malibu, and I was picking his brain, and he goes, Kyle, I don't even know if he knew my name. He goes, let me tell you something. He said, I'm talking about getting a job. He says, a great job, talking about getting a job. Great job is one where you have a chance to win the league every year.
Yeah.
I go, okay. And he goes, and a good job is one you can get.
Fair enough.
I hear you.
Got it.
It's like,
Got it.
and I've used that with all my assistants.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing an assistant. It's such a competitive business. Like, I don't know if I'd take that job. I was like, let me tell you.
Can you get it? Yeah.
It's a good job.
Yeah.
Figure out if it's a good job, but it's a good job.
Yeah.
They're hard to get. It's just a lot of people want to do it, and it's hard to sustain it and survive.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, it's the craziest bit. It's not even really business.
Yours is crazy. No,
different crazy. Different kind of crazy. It is crazy, but it's different. Yeah.
Everyone
but
wants to get a mic and talk and share their
There is a lot of
opinion.
truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that.
No.
At U.S. Bank, we know when you invest in a community, the community invests in you. We're committed to providing high-quality, innovative products and services that meet the needs and demands of our customers. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. We'll do social media questions next, maybe a little trivia after that. What do you say?
I'm ready.
All right,
Whatever you need.
All right, we'll take a break. Live here talking ball with Coach Smith.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and, of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Back after this local timeout on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Carbon monoxide detectors save lives because if kerosene, propane, natural gas, or wood isn't burned properly, dangerous carbon monoxide may result, and it can build up indoors without you knowing, as it's invisible and odorless. So protect yourself by installing UHL-approved carbon monoxide detectors. If carbon monoxide is present, the detector will alert everyone to get out of the house, where you can safely call 911 for help. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
The Clearwater River Casino and Lodge proudly supports Washington State University Athletics, the premier venue for events and entertainment, located 4 miles east of Lewiston, Idaho. Come hit the jackpot with us, with over 600 gaming machines, saltwater pool, restaurant, and giant screens in the Stadium Sports Bar. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe, our hospitality is legendary. Stay, play, and get away with the Clearwater River Casino. Go Cougs!
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up to three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Cougs take on the LA schools. We're live here at Zeppo's talking ball with Coach Smith. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest. More slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. All right, we got to go to the old social media device here. We're loaded up with some questions here for you, Coach. All right, Tom. All right. Always great to see Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
As long as he's saying if we didn't talk about it already, can you take us behind the scenes of the timeout between free throws where you asked the team if they wanted the make or miss? Oh, we talked about that postgame.
Oh, yeah. No, it was the two elderly coaches were like, let's just miss this thing. And, it's like, you know what? If we have our guards up there and they get the rebound, at best they're getting a 70-foot chuck, we might lose it. As long as we don't foul. And I was like, now the problem is you tell them to miss. The only thing my worry is when they ask them to miss, they just miss everything. And it's dead ball and they get a chance. So I was good with that. And if you make three, you get them it's tough. He's like, they got a great shot. Yeah, not a great shot. I said the result was on the rim, which is amazing. It was a good play, but it was just a catch. And I just go to the players and said, what do you guys want to do, make or miss? And they said, make it. I said, all right, done.
Right.
So if we lose this way,
it's on you guys.
It's on you guys. I totally took myself off the hook. It was a coin toss. And where's Hunter? Hunter was fighting me in there, arguing. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let go.
Wayne Hunter's a make guy.
Yeah. So was Harden. So was everyone else. It was two.
But you and Coach
two
Shaw
fuddy-duddies were like, you know what? If he misses and they rebound, it's hard.
2.7 left.
It would have been boom, down, to
full court heave.
With no impediment.
Right.
If your guard is there,
right,
he's got to go around you. It'd be hard.
Yeah.
It'd be tough. They had no timeouts. That was the biggest thing. They had no timeouts.
2.7, no timeouts.
It was right. If it was 2 seconds, no brainer.
Yeah, but 2.7, maybe get a dribble.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. And it's like going to make. If we lose on a 70-footer.
That tip,
whatever.
Is what it is.
It would have been tough to get to half court. That's what I thought. Or to tie it. You throw. Here's my. I shouldn't even mention this out loud, but those situations they have 2.7, you throw it long, right?
Yeah.
Often you tip that thing out.
Oh, interesting.
Well, not intentionally, and then 2 seconds,
then
sideline out of bounds,
yes,
or sideline out of bounds. I've lost that way before. I've gone overtime that way before.
Brutal. Where
I saw it was unbelievable. It was a conference tournament. I remember Santa Clara, and I just said, and I saw our guy knock it like 1 second out of bounds play, bam, and we won in overtime. But it was like, yeah, I've been there.
Brutal.
I've been there. I've won it and lost in all different ways. Anyway,
do you know what's the does the data? Is there even a data on a make or miss there? Yeah.
No, the one everyone that you guys kill us on, the broadcasters. If you don't foul here, we got to foul. We're up 3, got to foul.
I'm not taking the fall for that one, Coach. I'm not doing it.
It's a coin flip.
That's not a.
It's a coin flip.
You're not going to lump me in.
It's an absolute coin flip. And if you lose it, if you go to overtime, you don't foul, you get murdered as a coach.
There are some national writers who bang that drum.
Oh.
Bang it.
All of you guys do. Don't let yourself off the hook.
I don't like being lumped in with all these guys.
Don't let yourself off. You're the first guy that, we should have fouled there. I'm not sure what Smith was doing.
I'm not comfortable with that
I
assessment.
Disagree. I know you too well.
I'm uncomfortable with that. What is your take on court storming after Duke?
I'm kind of in the unpopular side of this one. I love the court storm.
You're the only coach I've heard say it in America.
You're not allowed to say it.
No.
I'm the one that you know what?
That's why.
I don't want anyone to get hurt, obviously, and that's silly. But I've been a part of, it's part of the college experience. I mean, we had some packed gyms when I was assistant at St. Mary's, and I was assistant coach. I was out at half court, man. I was like, so
you are one of 364.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm 1-1.
I'm
1-1.
Sure.
No doubt about it. But I was like, if you want me to be honest about this, like.
It's great.
Yeah, so, a little collateral damage ankle or two on guys. No, I'm kidding. It's no good. But, I was bummed because most of these, I've seen most of them, they're pretty organized, get the ropes out, and they protect them. And
kind of funnel them or
try
to.
And they do a pretty good job, but it's clearly the Duke Wake Forest was a debacle.
It wasn't good. It was not good.
And Caitlin Clark flopped out, and she got hit. That was bad.
That was not good.
But I can say, it's going to be gone. And you really want to know the real, I said this earlier, the real truth behind it.
Yeah.
September 1986, my senior year of high school.
Okay.
All right. The Astros playing the Giants to clinch the NL West. All right, I'm living in Houston, Texas.
Love it.
All right, afternoon, first pitch.
Yep.
Get our grandstand seats, $2.25.
Yeah.
Weasel our way. Mike Scott's throwing a no-no. He hit Dan Glad in the first batter and retired everyone else. So we're down in the 9th inning. I whizzed myself right down to behind the third base line. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is why any Mets fans here? Probably Chaz.
You don't find those in Pullman. No,
I would assume you were. Mets. Yankees?
No. I grew up Yankee fan.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so the night before, that 86 Mets team, which I kind of love, and they're not.
Yeah, everybody loves the 86 Mets.
They're hysterical.
Everybody loves
Their fans are so crazy the night before, if you recall.
I don't.
They're like tore up the turf. They're out there. It was mayhem, absolute debauchery. It matched that team, right? So the Houston, same thing, ruined all the fun. I mean, I'm down there behind the third base line. I'm on the dugout. We get this out, and I remember it was a 6-3. No, I'm sorry. No, it was. It was 3 unassisted. End of the game for you, for you baseball fans.
I love it.
And I'm going over the third base dugout. I'm going to get third base. I'm going to get third base. I'm going to rip it up. I'm going to run around the thing. I get this big paw in the back of my neck. It's a cop. Yanks me back. I try to go again. Wham!
No.
And that was that. And there's horses that came in there.
Oh, the horses.
Yeah, so it was. So that's, you really want to know why? That's it. They deprived me of a memorabilia. And as any Mets fan on that 86 team that was on the field that day before,
This cuts deep.
It was deep.
This cuts deep.
I was like, if you really want to, when it goes viral, like, hey, this coach of Washington State thinks court storm's okay. I was like, you know what? I do.
You robbed me of my fun in 1986.
I do. I'm still, so I was 17 years old. I had a chance to get third base. Mike Scott, try to find him to sign it.
38 years ago. 38 years ago. Yeah.
No hitter.
Yeah. And you would have had
left
third
school
base.
early, yeah.
You would have had third base.
Great memory for me.
I bet you some cop somewhere is like, there was a kid in 1986. I grabbed him by the neck.
I was so happy that
he knows better.
We had to hustle just to weasel into the infield. I mean, it was tremendous work on our part.
That's awesome.
There's no doubt what I was up to.
That's fantastic.
All right.
What is it like to have to game plan around a player you coached in the past, like with Noah Williams last year, now DJ Rodman this year?
You know, it's not much fun, but gotten immune to it probably in this more contemporary era that it happens more often. And actually during the game does not that big a deal. But
right.
You know, we know him pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, let me say, a really good decision maker, bangs threes, and crashes offensive board, good defender.
Right, take a charge.
He'll take charges.
Yeah. Although the slide-in rule this year,
it probably hurt DJ a little bit.
Pulled it back. He was good at that. Hey, Coach, Ethan says, hey, Coach, just want to say congratulations to Coach Harden on his proposal and engagement. Absolutely. Yeah. Landing his biggest recruit by doing so, no doubt. Have you ever had anything like that happen with a team you've coached before? And did you know that was happening?
I had no idea. I can answer that. I thought it was hysterical. It was great.
It's great.
And then I'm trying to think if I ever have. I don't think we really have anything like that. I'm trying to think. There might be some.
There's not a lot.
No, that one's a special. Harden took it to another level.
It's awesome. LJ, Coach, this week the high schools throughout Washington are in state tournament play. My nephew, a young big and lifetime Cougar fan, is real close to a first-place trophy. What advice would you give him and his team?
Oh, man, just bear down. Do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
It's not magic. It's doubling down, stay in your routine, and you just got to be prepared to make plays. I'll let you know. We're trying to do the same. Their tournament ends before ours, so he might need to tell me.
Isaiah Watts fan. Hey, Coach, someone I know is about to finish grad school. They've been offered a lucrative job in their hometown, but they are afraid of being unfulfilled and not interested in that specific field. The main reason to take the job is to be with family. Any advice? Thank you.
You know, I haven't worked a day in my life because I'm doing something I like, but there was a grind to get here for sure. Like I said, I was still trying to become a high school coach someday. It might happen. That was the goal originally.
Isn't that great? Coach Dickert wanted to be a math teacher.
I was going to be, I figured I didn't know what I was teaching. That was a little bit.
Well, Coach was going to coach. He was going to coach and be a math teacher. Yeah.
No, I figured it was going to be Algebra 1.
Yeah.
4 classes Algebra 1 a day and I figured I could handle that and plan my practice.
That's great.
That's my high school coach. He taught 5 biology classes a day. And they went to all the practice. So that was kind of the goal. That's what I was headed for. So I'd say, it's hard to get a job. So don't spit on that either.
Yeah.
But being close to family. I mean, we talk in our program, faith and family being top priority. So, that sounds like a pretty good opportunity. It sounds like you enjoy life, man, the journey. It sounds like a win-win to me.
I love it. I love it. Wheatfield Underdogs. Hey, Coach, who on the team could you see being a college or pro head coach one day? Maybe someone you could see on your bench as an assistant down the road to start. Go Cougs.
They're talking about the players?
I think so.
Ben would be a good coach. I don't know.
Ben
Olison.
Ben Olison. I don't think fans know Ben.
No, I don't think they do. But he runs our scout team, and he's sharp as attack, and he's a good little player. He's just got an incredible attitude, and that goes a long ways. He's the first one that popped to mind. Parker Garrett's, he's only a redshirt freshman, but I usually go with the guys that are 4.0 students, stuff like that. Miles, I just think Miles will play a long time.
Yeah.
But he has the charisma, the appeal. Like he has the leadership. He has people gravitate to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that. That's a pretty important piece to being a good coach. Yaki could be a coach. He'll probably play. Probably make a lot of money doing some other stuff too. So
yeah,
it's not they're kind of elevated. They kind of make too much money to go through the grind.
Right.
Kind of want to do it, but we got a few. We had a few that, like Todd Golden's coaching in Florida. He was in those guys' shoes. So there's just a couple guys like that.
You've got a lot of your former colleagues in high-profile situations. John Andrzej's with Todd at Florida.
About half the Florida staff, I think, worked for me one time. Mike McPowell's head coach of Riverside. There's a few of them out there, and there's a lot of former players that got into coaching, and so I think that's kind of neat too.
Absolutely, must have liked it. Must have had a good experience.
They definitely did, or they couldn't. Well, Frankowski's one. Wayne Hunter.
Franco, yep. Wayne Hunter's here.
It's awesome. No, like I said, or they haven't worked yet either.
That's right.
That's just how you play. You play as long as you can. When they tell you can't play, when you try to coach.
That's great.
And they try to do that as long as you can. Then you can't do that. You go get your unemployment check.
Figure something out. Zach Young, no question, just a message.
Yeah.
Tell Coach there's a Cat 5 Juju storm in the forecast. To him, his staff, the team, they've healed the spirit of Wazoo. They've awoken the beast. Beasley's going to be a special environment moving forward. Energy, boys.
I love this
caps.
guy.
This
Go
guy's
Zach.
great. This
Go
guy's great.
Zach.
Thomas, hey, Coach, are you a fan of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette? If yes, have you ever filled out a Bachelor bracket?
I will say no in the last. I tapped out after about season 2, but we did have a guy that was on our staff. It was classic. I don't know if Wheezy was there or not, but we had a guy by the name of Jason Damasceno, who was a finalist for The Bachelor.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, I bet he is.
He's a legend. He was
good.
actually the funniest thing. He's the guy's like doing pull-ups in his apartment, living in the marina. Probably like a young Chaz now. Yeah, I was right. A young Chaz running in the marina down the coast of Golden Gate Bridge. Let's meet Jason, our Bachelor finalist. He's brutal.
That's great. Jennifer Delzer, favorite spectator sport besides basketball and football?
Wow.
Third base, maybe at an Astros game.
That was
maybe right behind
years
third base.
past. I say. I like watching my Lady Cougs, man.
That's great.
You're not allowed to call them Lady Cougs anymore. But
No,
whatever.
we know what you
Cougs.
mean. Yeah. No disrespect. We know what you mean.
No. I love watching Charlize. I hope she comes back.
Yeah.
But Coach Ether's a good coach. I like the way they play.
That's awesome. Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Cougar apparel. That's BKSTR.com. We'll do trivia next. We're live here talking ball with Coach Smith here at Zeppo's with the LA schools coming in.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Pac-12 Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Pac-12 Sports.
You're listening to the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
With the WSU debit card from Giza, it's hard to tell who's supporting who. When the Coug fans use their WSU card, they show off their Coug pride, and donations are made back to Cougar Athletics. But the card supports the Coug fan with big savings by helping them earn 7% APY with Smart Plus checking. So does the card support the Coug fan, or does the Coug fan support the card? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the WSU card supports Cougar Athletics and your wallet at the same time. Get your WSU card at Giza.com. Checking account transaction requirements, terms and conditions apply. Checking account annual percent yields range from 0.01 to 7% depending on balance. Minimum balance, certain APY ranges from $0 to $5,000.
Hampton in Pullman is just a short drive from the WSU campus. Centrally located to restaurants and shopping, they've got you covered for all your lodging needs. With their spacious rooms, famous Hampton waffles, a cozy outdoor patio, a gift shop for all your Cougar gear needs, and the friendliest staff in town to make you feel right at home. Visit HamptonByHilton.com to reserve a room for your next trip to the Palouse. Coug owned and Coug managed. It matters where you stay. Hampton in Pullman, Hilton for the stay.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
Cougs take on USC Thursday, 7:30 tip, so 7 o'clock airtime for yours truly and Eggs, and then a 4 o'clock tip Saturday. So 7:30 Thursday and a 4 o'clock Saturday, USC Thursday, UCLA Saturday. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. Proud partner of Coug Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. All right, what do you say we do a little trivia here? Let's fire up the music. Let's get rocking and rolling. Here we go. 5 questions for you, as always. First question, Washington State University won in Tucson this past week. How many teams have won there the last 3 years?
2 teams.
Correct. That is correct. Ring it up. Yep. Cougs have done it twice. Arizona State won on a 70-footer.
Yeah.
At the buzzer. Pretty darn sporty. All right, question 2. Coach is 1 for 1. Off to a good start. Right. Lead off. You're on first base. Great.
Feeling good.
Ruben Chinyelu.
Yes.
Is this week's Pac Freshman of the Week.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Which recent Coug did he pass for second place in a single-season freshman class blocks at Washington State University?
I want to say Efe Abogidi.
That is correct. Bring it up. Also,
here, people may remember as Efe Abogidi.
Changed it. Told us in Vegas. Told us in Vegas. Changed his last name.
I still stick with Efe.
Efe. Just go Efe.
Yeah, just go Efe.
How is he doing? How's Efe doing? Do we know?
You know,
I know he got banged up again.
Yeah, he got banged up again.
Yeah.
So, but his spirit's good.
He's great.
He's following us. He checks in with me.
I love that. He's one of my favorite people.
He's a very warm person.
He's great.
Very warm personality.
You just want to hug him all the time. He's a great kid.
I encourage him because his longtime girlfriend's a Coug, and she's from Spokane. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Yeah, let's go.
It might happen.
Let's go.
I encourage you. I say, don't let her. Emily's her name. Don't let her wander away. Make sure you get that done.
Also, by the way, incidentally, I don't want to short Rob Corcoran, who's also tied at that block total. 1991, 37.
That's impressive.
Yeah, really good. All right, question number 3. We're going to deviate from the Cougs.
Okay.
But spring training was going on in Arizona while the Cougs
very much aware of that.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Why? Is there
it was mayhem down there.
Good. Yeah. There were a few fans in Tempe, I don't know if you noticed, wearing Mariner jerseys in the game at Arizona State.
Did not notice, but...
What year did the Mariners come into existence?
77.
That is correct. That is a
Don't hit me in my wheel. 8 years old, and they probably tuned in.
Yeah.
Do you understand how many baseball cards I had at that point in my life? I knew in the Mariners.
I love it. Well, I didn't realize, in doing a little research, I didn't realize like Bud Selig stole the Pilots.
I didn't realize
and made him the Brewers.
Oh.
And Lou Piniella had played for the Pilots and came back to coach the Mariners. You know,
did not know.
Isn't that great?
This. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
My dad was living in Portland at the time, so we'd drive up and see Mariners games. I think I saw.
Awesome.
I want to say Leon or Lauren Roberts hit a grand slam when I was a young guy. You wouldn't remember.
No.
But I remember that was a big deal to
That's
me,
great.
Man.
That's great.
And I used to go in the. You know how easy was it at home run in the Kingdom? It was pretty easy, bro.
Well, for
batting practice, you'd go there, and so I'm like 9 years old. Probably not the safest thing. There'd be like 30 people, and there'd be home runs in there, and just dog pile.
The seats.
There's just people like literally dog piling coming out of there.
That's awesome.
Good memories.
That's great. That's really great. Coach is an emphatic 3 for 3. Here we go. Question number 4. The NBA's LA Clippers just unveiled a rebrand and a new logo. It includes a picture of a Clipper. The team began as
like the ship.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
The team began.
It's like Charles Smith.
No, yeah. The team. Pooh Richardson is now the logo.
It's like
The team began as the Buffalo Braves.
Yes.
But then moved to what port city?
Come on.
And was renamed after the type of sailing ship found in that city's waters.
Is that a real question?
Yeah.
Come on, San Diego, baby.
Okay, San Diego.
Come on.
There you go. A lot of folks don't know. There you go.
You really feel bad about that question you asked a couple weeks ago. You really throw me some soft toss.
No, I think it just happens to be good for you. I think that's the San Diego.
I feel like you're patronizing me.
No, I don't. I don't know about the San Diego Clippers. Elo knew about the San Diego Clippers.
Really? Am I that old?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a layup for everyone.
No, I did not know about San Diego.
You didn't know they went to San Diego?
I mean, I think like vaguely
Sports
was aware.
Arena,
yeah, like
Bill
kinda,
Walton.
Yeah, but like vaguely aware. But like it was not like a,
Okay, good to know.
And all in that now, like the Clippers and the Chargers are both kind of the other LA teams.
Yeah.
But both were San Diego teams.
San Diego's a horrible sports town. I lived there for 8 years.
It must be.
I mean, it's just too many. It's too nice down there. It's
just other stuff to do.
They just kind of chill. It's great. Like Padres, a little bit.
Yeah.
Chargers, they didn't care enough to keep them.
I guess not.
Clippers, we're good.
But I tell you, the stadium, the Cougs played 2 Holiday Bowls in that stadium. It was tired. That stadium wasn't called it, but it was exhausting.
Brutal.
The scoreboard had never changed. Like Natron Means was still like on the scoreboard up there.
It was. They're all designed like the late '70s, early '80s, and they're all this, perfectly designed, like cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah.
So the only time we're running low on time, but I'll tell a really brief broadcast behind the curtain story.
Our guys go 5 for 5.
Our guy, you are going to go 5 for 5. You're going to do it. Our guy Jerry Kylo, best in the country, is never breaking a sweat. Like Jerry comes in, he gets in early. He's here. I come in, I put the heads on. It's like this. It's always like this. We put the heads on, we go. Right. I walk in, and it's the second Holiday Bowl, and Jerry's a little stressed out.
Little.
And which makes me, and I'm trying to act like it's not good. It's not good, and we're playing. Michigan State, I believe.
Yeah.
And I go, Jared, what's going on? He goes, they've ripped out all lines, all connectivity, all power. We are in a concrete box in the middle of San Diego that happens to be next to a field, but there's nothing here because the stadium's
been dead.
So he figured it out. I don't know how he figured it out, but he figured it out.
That's why he's a pro.
He is a pro. He's the best. All right, final question, and then we are up against.
What do you got?
Totally random.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Okay.
You may not need it.
This could be 5 for 5. This could be a first ever.
How far is the Earth from the Sun? A, 93 million miles. B, 1 billion miles. C, 94 feet.
B.
No.
It's A.
It's A. It's A. He's right there. He missed the layup.
93 million?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem that far.
It's not. I don't know. It's 93 million. I don't know.
I got to Google that.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back live here at Tempo.
I was going maximum.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more college and pro sports, shows, movies, and news on over 350 live TV channels. Stream it live on your TV, phone, and other devices. No cable required. The best part? You can try Fubo free. There's no contract or commitment. To start watching, just go to FuboTV.com. That's FuboTV.com.
A lot goes into Washington State athletes reaching peak performance for game day, including the right nutrition. At Wilbur Ellis, we know that healthy crop performance requires the same attention to nutrition as an athlete. That's why we use benchmark data points to maximize crop productivity through nutrient efficiency. For 100 years, family-owned Wilbur Ellis has been partnering with Washington's farmers to grow healthier crops. That is the winning ag experience for Cougar Nation, locally provided by Wilbur Ellis.
Your home for Cougar basketball.
Deep 3 bucket. Rise and a crush.
The Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
This Cougar football tailgating moment is brought to you by Canoe Ridge Vineyards, proud partner of Washington State University Athletics. Smart Cougar tailgaters know to pair award-winning Canoe Ridge wines with a crowd-pleasing pregame meal. Your mealtime roster will score big points with Canoe Ridge wines backing it up. Canoe Ridge Vineyards, representing the best of award-winning Washington wines with more than 85 critical scores of 90-plus points. Visit them at their Walla Walla tasting room or at canoeridgevineyard.com. Go Cougs!
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
Back here live at Zeppo's Talking Ball. Quick shout out. Oscar Clough's father is here in attendance.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Clough is here in attendance. Right there. Round of applause to Mr. Clough. With that, we're up against the break. We need to do it. We'll take a break here live at Zeppo's Talking Ball.
If Northern Quest said you could either have a new Mercedes or $75,000, which would you choose? On one hand, you have 429 horsepower. On the other hand, you have 75 grand. But on the other hand, there's heated leather seats and 4MATIC all-wheel drive. You're running out of hands. Don't miss Northern Quest's Benz or Bucks giveaway. Play daily to enter. Grand prize drawing March 28th.
If you've got the right tools and the friendly people at U.S. Bank in your corner, making smarter money choices is a piece of cake. If only our tools and helpful advisors could have helped you avoid some of those not-so-smart choices in life. Like that time you tried to pick up unicycling.
Whoa, coming through.
Or when you thought it'd be okay to pet that squirrel in the park.
Good squirrel, good squirrel.
While we can't help you with all that, we can help you bank smartly at usbank.com/smarter together. Member FDIC.
This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
All right, we got like 20 seconds. We're going to give a huge thanks to Jerry Kylo getting us on the air. Jared Prengruber, our man behind the camera. Mr. Clough here in attendance from Australia. It's fantastic. Everybody here. Next week's our final show. We'll do some goodbyes then. Coach, thank you, buddy. All right, now.
Thank you.
7:30 Thursday against USC.
Let's go, Coug.
Fubo is the official streaming platform of Washington State Athletics. With Fubo, you can watch every Pac-12 game, plus more